Hello. Hello. We are back with part 2. I know that's 4, but we are back with part 2 of the motivation / questions answered. So, let's get into it.
See me like Bunny and Clyde, she even clutch to me. I feel like it's do or die, she give her soul to me. She wanna be close to me. Oh, she say she fuck with me the long way. She say she gon' rub my back, I had a long day.
Okay, so we're gonna get into these. They were sent to me by one of y'all cousins, and we went through the first 5. So now we're gonna go through the second set, 5 through 10, 6 through 10. My math ain't mathing. But anyway, the first one, first time writings, do's and don'ts. Okay, so I did make a video on this, but to keep it short, if you want to write a book, or if you want to be a writer, maybe you want to be a blogger. I don't know why this is unbuttoned, but we're going to leave it like that. Do's, do right. Do right. Do right. Do right. Don'ts, don't stop writing. Don't stop writing. Don't stop writing. No, excuse me, for real. So do's, really just write. Just write. Don't try to edit as you're writing. Do not, I cannot say that enough, do not try to edit your book while you're writing it. You are going to drive yourself crazy trying to do that. Just write it out. That is the job of an editor. You get an editor to edit your book. I'm sorry, y'all. Kaycee don't make me slap shit out of her. She chewing on my bag. But don't try to edit your book while you're writing it. Don't get too deep in your head. Like, you can overthink your way out of writing, and you can overthink your way into writing. Don't overthink it. Just let it flow. Do let it flow. Just, it depends on what kind of book you writing. Are you writing a biography? Are you writing a fiction book? Are you writing a poetry book? Are you writing a children's book? It depends on what it is that you're writing. But whatever it is, it does not matter the genre. Just write it. Don't overthink it. And don't try to edit it. So do get you an editor. If you want to take the self-publishing route, that's a whole nother consultation I'll have to have with you. But just don't, my 2 main don'ts are don't overthink it and don't try to edit your book as you're writing. Just write. Whatever flow to you. Do find you a time that's best for you to write. Mine, in the middle of the night. I have literally, I can't tell y'all how many times I done got out of the bed in the middle of the night to write. I write the best at night. In the middle of the night. That is when I write the best. That is when it's the most quiet. The world is sleeping. Kaycee is sleeping. I don't have no issues. I don't have no disturbances. I don't have no emails. I don't have no text messages. Find you a time. Some people do it early in the morning. Some people do it late at night. Some people can do it in the middle of the day. Find you a time that's best for you to get your writing done. That's another do. Okay, so those are the quick ones. Constructive criticism. Now, it depends on if you're giving it or receiving it. If you're receiving it, remember that it is constructive criticism. I give constructive criticism all the time. And me and Natalie's course with the YouTube, we give constructive criticism on your page. If you come to me for help, I'm going to give you constructive criticism. You can ask any of my clients, especially the publishing ones. If your book is garbage, I'm going to tell you it's garbage. I'm not going to say it like that, but I'm going to say, hey, okay, so listen, I think you might want to change some things. I think we might want to reconsider this chapter. I think you might want to switch up this storyline a little bit. I think you might want to add more to the characters. Like, if you're, okay, I'm sorry, I think that's giving. If you're giving constructive criticism, Well, no, I'm giving, you receiving. Receiving it from me, baby, you gonna get it. I'm telling you right now. Receiving it, you have to be open to it. And it depends on what it is. You have to be open to it. Now, don't take criticism from everybody. Like, if you want to start a YouTube channel, don't take constructive criticism from somebody who ain't never started no YouTube channel. If you want to write a book, don't take constructive criticism from somebody who ain't never wrote no book. Know your sources. But be receptive and be accepting of that constructive criticism, because it's called constructive criticism. That person is trying to help you. As far as giving it, make sure that if you're going to give constructive criticism, you better know what you're talking about. Oh, shit, I thought there was something wrong with my baby. You better know what you're talking about. It needs to be in your lane. That's just like if you're a teacher giving constructive criticism to another teacher, that's in your lane. If I'm an accountant or a publisher or an editor giving advice on those things, that's in my lane. Okay, I'm not going to take constructive criticism from a teacher and I'm not a teacher. Like, don't give constructive criticism to an accountant if you a doctor. Like, it's staying within your range. I can't stand a person who won't stay in their lane. Stay in your lane. If you don't know, don't try to give criticism on something, constructive criticism on something you don't know. So don't give it if you're not good at it. And then constructive criticism is really something that you may have learned and that you want to teach somebody else. Like I said, with the YouTube channel course, we give constructive criticism because we've been there. We've been there. We already know what's up. So we're going to give you constructive criticism. And it's up to you if you want to receive it or not. Now, if you don't want to receive it, that's fine. Me, depending on what I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm going to be smooth honest with y'all. I don't take constructive criticism too well, depending on who it's coming from. But for the most part, like, I had a mentor and she used to give me constructive criticism and it would hurt my little feelings sometimes. But at the end of the day, she was right though. At the end of the day, I listened because it was like when I was an author. She had more experience than me. That was my mentor for a reason. So, did I like hearing it? Not really. But did I listen to it? Hell yeah. Because she knew what she was talking about. If somebody know what they talking about, then I'm like, all right, with my YouTube channel, if Natalie tell me something, Brooklyn might tell me something, then it's like, okay, I'll consider it. Sometimes, most times I listen because they know what they talking about. So, receiving it, just receive it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Don't let it hurt your feelings. She is growling at my shoe. Kaycee, sit down. It's just a shoe, baby. My shoe fell off my bag, so now she think it's a threat. Kaycee, get in your bed. Bed. She's scared of my shoe. Kids. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, so that's my advice on constructive criticism. Gaining a backbone when you are too nice. Baby, sometimes you just gotta say no. Sometimes you just gotta say no. You gotta create boundaries. I made a video on boundaries. You gotta create boundaries. Like, I have a podcast on creating boundaries. If you gotta have backbone, baby, because people gonna take advantage of you. You don't want people to take advantage of you. Trust me, I have a lot of people in my life that take advantage of me, and I'm learning in this big age of 32 to say no. Because I would give and give and give and give. Somebody told me, if you pour into everybody, who pouring into you? And I couldn't even answer that question. Sometimes you can be too nice, and sometimes you're gonna have to learn to say no. Because you ain't gonna do nothing but hurt yourself. I was tiring myself out. Financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I was tiring myself out because I was a yes person. Oh yeah, I do it. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, for sure. I'll be there. I can lend you some money. I can do it. No. I had to learn the hard way. Being too nice, people will take your kindness for weakness. So sometimes you're gonna have to learn to gain the backbone. I can't give it to you. You just gonna have to learn to gain it and say no. It's okay to say no. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. Say no. If they don't like it, oh well. No, I can't go. No, I can't give you no money. No, I can't do this. No, I can't do that. No. Now, if you helping, like if you volunteering your time to a nonprofit, giving to a nonprofit, or something like if you're doing like helping, like as in giving, that's different. Like giving to a good cause or something like that. But for the most part, no. Let me say it loud. No. I'm not doing it. I said no. That's the end of the discussion. That's the end of the meeting. I said no. Period. Shit, you better tell these people no. You gonna have to gain your own backbone, but baby, I told you I gained mine. It's gonna take for you to get real tired. You're gonna get real tired or real broke or real mentally and emotionally damaged and unstable and tired. And then you're going to learn to say no. Sometimes you're going to have to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. And I'm telling you right now, say no before you have to learn the hard way. Period. Toxic parents who want to be in your life when you are grown. Okay, now this one I do know. Quick story for those who don't know. My mom is toxic. She, I was molested by my stepdad when I was a kid. When I was 11. And that was her boyfriend at the time, and then that became her husband. To this day, my mama is still toxic to me. Because I'm not going to say toxic, but it's like a certain level of trust I don't have for my mama. I love my mama to death, Lord. If something happened to her, y'all going to have to pick me up off the floor. I don't play about my mama. I can talk shit about my mama. Somebody else say something about my mama, oh, we gonna have to fight. People don't like what my mama did because she did betray me, but they won't speak on it because they know it's not your place to talk about my mama. I will get on your ass. But for a while, I didn't talk to my mama because of that. Like, you let this happen to me, and then when I told you about it, you ain't believe me. So then and therefore, you and this family is toxic. So what I did was I separated myself from them for a while. Sometimes you got to feed people with a long handle spoon. It's okay to stop talking to people. Don't think just because this is family, just because they parents, they brought you in this world. So, if they toxic, they gonna have to go. I don't do toxicity in my life. And if they won't go, you go. So I removed myself from my family for years until I was ready to come back. And when I was ready to come back, I came back with limitations. I came back real slow. Now, me and my mama are the best of friends. But it took that separation amongst some other things. You got to be on Patreon if you want to know the full stories. I got stories for everything I'm telling y'all. But if you want to know the full story on me and my mama, you got to join Patreon. But me and my mama are close as hell now. But it took us a while to get there. We had to separate. We had to talk. I have to create boundaries. I still have boundaries with my mama. It's certain stuff my mama can't tell me. Like, my mama be like, I'm still your mama. I'll beat your ass. Let a nigga try me. Try me. I don't give a damn if you brought me in this world. You ain't finna take me out without no fight. Like, girl, get out my face. Who you playing with? Like, it's certain boundaries I set for my mama. It's like, you ain't protecting me back then. You wasn't trying to fight that nigga. So what you trying to fight me for? You want to put your hands on me, but you ain't put your hands on that nigga. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Boundaries. So if they're still toxic, it ain't time. You have to let them recognize the error of their ways. My mama had to recognize the error of her ways, and she didn't realize that until she lost her child. When she lost her child and she was forced to reflect, and I wouldn't talk to her, she learned the error of her ways. And that's when we slowly became closer. But if that parent is still toxic, take time. Don't think just because that's your parent or just because that's your family, you have to love them. You have to be there for them whenever they need you. You have to help them. You have to do this. You have to do that. Blood might be thicker than water, but baby, sometimes you can do without it. Sometimes you have to do without it. You got your own blood flowing through your body. As long as you got that, you don't need nobody else's. Last one, habitual narcissist, pathological curses and lies, how to break the cycle. Now this one I'm a little confused on the way it was written, but how to break the cycle if you come from a family that's habitual narcissists and liars and there's a generational curse there, you break the cycle by doing the opposite. Like for instance, my mama and my family, they not affectionate. I don't come from an affectionate family, so I'm trying to break the cycle, which I hope I can be able to do with my own child by providing affection and love and support and all that. I didn't get that from my family, but it's up to me to break the cycle, just like it's up to you to break the cycle. And if you have those type of people in your life, get rid of them. Y'all, you'd be amazed at how wonderful life can be if you start cutting motherfuckers off. If you start cutting people off, you'd be amazed at how wonderful your life really will be. Everybody can't have a seat at your table, baby. Everybody can't have a seat at your table. If they ain't bring you nothing but toxicity, narcissism, disrespect, they using you, that they don't deserve a place in your life. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's hard to get rid of people. I know, trust me, I done been there. But baby, when you do, you gonna feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. It's gonna be a burden gone. It's all that you gonna be free. You just gonna be sitting there like, I am at peace. I am at peace. I take my peace very seriously. I take my aura, my domicile. I take all this very seriously. If you disturbing, you messing, you playing with my peace, if you playing on my top, you got to go. You can go and exit. That's why I don't date that much and then talk to niggas and do all that, because I don't have time. My tolerance is low. And once I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm going to give you some chances, but once I'm gone, I'm gone. If you unhealthy, because we've not been in toxic relationships. Every relationship I've been in for the past 4 years. It's 5 years, been toxic as hell. Hell, every relationship I ever been in was toxic. But eventually they had to get the fuck out. Now, maybe later we could be friends. But right now, like with my ex and this whole man cheating on me with a man thing, I ain't got nothing to say with you. To you. I ain't got nothing to say to you. To the left. I'm done. That's it. That's the end of it. But those were the other 5 questions. I'm gonna do a video on questions about me. That this book, again, get this book, victorianpublishing.com. The link is in the description. Okay, this book helped me come up with the questions. If y'all have any, I would say send them to me, but I don't quite know when I'm gonna make the video. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't think I'm gonna do it tonight. What time is it? 7:02. I don't think I'm gonna do it tonight though. I don't know. If y'all got questions, I'll make another one. It's no big deal. But anyway, if you do have questions, let me know and I can just go ahead and answer them. If not, or I'll do a short. They done up the shorts to 3 minutes instead of 1 now. So boom, there you go. But anyway, if y'all have topics, motivation topics, questions, let me know. You can email them or you can drop them in the comments. Until the next one, I will see y'all. Bye.
Girl, you gave me your soul. Somebody turned your heart